happy that you're still here. Yeah. Big fella. Big fella. Big fella in town, man. Big fella, everybody know who that is.
Okay, your name?
Alan Hughes.
And everyone calls you?
Jocko.
Jocko. Okay, take us down memory lane. I guess as far as back you want to go and bring us back up to date about your history and legacy and your memoirs.
Well, I was born in Detroit, Michigan, on Division Street, which is about 75 feet from Hastings. I was in the 651 Division. Then I moved up in the projects. I've been here all my life. Played ball at Brewster Center. Went to Miller High School, went to Bishop Elementary School, and this is home. And I have really enjoyed living in the city of Detroit.
Now, when they say the new Detroit, how do you feel about that?
Well, it depends on what you mean by new Detroit. This is still Detroit to me. They're making some changes, and I think the changes are good. I really do. They're doing a lot of work downtown in the area I was born in, which is on Division Street and Watson Street. They're making changes in that area also. So I think the changes are good. They can call it New Detroit. It's still old Detroit to me.
To you. Okay, and rewinding back, you said you went went to Miller High School or middle school?
Miller High School.
Okay.
Graduated back in 1955.
Okay, and then from that on up, bring us up to date. What were you like?
Well, I was a pretty good athlete. Whatever sport was in season, that's what I played. We had basketball, we had baseball, we had swimming. That was a season for swimming. I swim. A lot different what kids are doing today. Today they play with the videos. When I was coming up, it was winter time. We go to Brewster Center and we ice skate or used to sled. And when I got to Miller, we played basketball, we played football. I also swam at Brewster Center. I enjoyed my youth.
So you basically stayed active?
Oh yeah, I did.
Real active. Is that how you came across your, I guess, circle of brothers, I should say, as the Brewster Old Timers and the 10 Gentlemen?
Well, you know, Frank Webb was the president when I joined Brewster Old Timers. Frank brought Willie Small, which is his son-in-law, and I in at the same time. And we were the youngest Brewster Old Timers at that time. I think I was 29, 30 years of age. And I learned a lot from those guys.
Were you with the Brewster Old Timers when Coleman A. Young was a Brewster Old Timer? Because I remember seeing a picture with you on it. I mean, it was a young you, but...
Oh yeah, I was there with the Coleman. Matter of fact, before Coleman became the mayor, he used to attend a lot of the meetings. And then after he became mayor, that was one of our routines, is going down to the Benuvian Mansion to break bread with the mayor. And I've been knowing him just about all my life. Great mayor.
Wow. Now take us into a little bit. You said you were always active in the sports world, and you played a lot of sports in high school. Tell us about which college you went to and what kind of sports or activities you did there.
Well, I made all-city and all-state in basketball and football at Miller High School. Then I got a scholarship to go to the University of Detroit, which I attended UD, and I graduated from UD. Sports was, I think, was in my blood. I played a lot of basketball at Brewster Center, and with some of the greatest ball players in the world, Johnny Klein, Ernie Wagner, Webster Kersey, Paul Dean, I can go on and on, all those guys. Real good, not only basketball player, good athlete.
And as well as brothers that became, well, friends that became your brothers.
That's true.
Now, did you play a little bit of football too? I heard something about.
I played football in high school only. I made all-city and all-state in football as a defensive end at Miller High School. And after I left high school, I played him football. My son played football. He went to Western Michigan, got drafted by Pittsburgh Steelers, and so on.
Okay. And then how you came about with the Detroit Lions?
Well, after I retired from the Detroit Police Department, they contacted me, and I was the first black security director that the Detroit Lions ever had. And I stayed with them for 11 years, and I retired from the Detroit Lions. And I'm still active with them. I still go to some of the meetings, most of the games. I think I did a good job keeping the young men in line.
And you said that you you joined the Detroit Lions right after you retired from the Detroit Police Department. What year was that when you retired from DPD?
I retired from DPD after 28 years in 1991.
And what was your position there?
I'm the 3rd Deputy Chief in the Detroit Police Department.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. So you can tell me about what the 67th riot.
Oh yes, I can tell you a lot about that.
Please take me back. I mean, it had to be a challenge for you because not only that you were a citizen here in Detroit, it was your, appointed duty and job to help maintain that situation. Tell me about that, please.
Well, I had worked that night, the night the riot started, and I was off the next couple of days, that's Sunday and Monday. And I got a phone call that Sunday morning that I have to come back to work. And I told them that I'm off the next 2 days. He said, no, everyone is back to work. He said, well, turn your TV on, you'll see what's happening. I turned the TV on and it was unbelievable. I mean, this TV, there wasn't that many channels at that time. You had 2, 4, 7, 9, and 50. That was a Canadian station. And you see people stealing, taking, running, driving fast. And when I got to work that day, I had been on the job a couple of years.
I used to get it when I was out in
and it was, I couldn't believe what I was seeing.
Did you recognize anybody you know?
Oh yeah, a lot of folks. I mean, not really.
You don't have to say their names, but I'm just saying.
But they saw me and I was in uniform. Everyone had to wear a uniform. And after getting back to work, after being off for about 6 or 7 hours, went right back in because we went on 12-hour shifts. And we had to try to get the city back in some type of order.
Did you make any arrests that night?
I made a lot of arrests.
Now tell me, please enlighten me. I mean, our history books only show black faces. Tell me, was it just blacks rioting, or I heard it was other cultures that joined in from other cities and towns that came down in the madness?
Well, you may have a few, but most of the people that was looting, robbing, stealing were blacks from the inner city. There was a few white, but most of them was black because it was occurring. The riot was occurring in the city of Detroit. And there was a lot of white people in the city at that time. They got caught up in that too. But I don't think they got caught up as much as a lot of the blacks did.
Right. I mean, did you, to not, I guess, step in their shoes for a minute or two, did you feel that they was, why do you think all that came about for, the riot? What do you think that sparked that? I mean, do you think they got any justice or felt justified after that? I mean, what you think all that was?
Well,
They said a civil disturbance, but what do you think it was?
well, you know, at that time, white was controlling everything. We didn't have a black mayor. We didn't have, I think, one person on city council. The city of Detroit was controlled by white. And I think that, like the police department, when I came there was only about 10 blacks on the police department.
Oh, wow.
And you got 1.5 million folks here. That's a lot. And they put us right in the black community, but when you spread 10 black police officers out, and you got 3 shifts, you got the day shift, afternoon shift.
Right. So were you on the, did you serve on the DPD at the same time Ben Turpin was there?
No, Ben was gone then.
Way before, okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, Ben was gone. Yeah, been gone, I don't know, maybe 10, 15 years.
Yeah, I went at one time.
When I came, maybe not quite, yeah, about 10 years, I guess.
Wow. And if you were to give this new generation now of children that's coming up, young folks that's coming up, what advice would you give them from that you learned from the old?
Well, number one, education is a key element. You need an education. You need to know how to talk to people. And communication means a lot. A lot of the youngsters can't communicate. And once you learn how to communicate with white and black, not just black, you have to learn how to communicate with a white person also. And you have to realize that you don't live but once, and you try to make the best of it. If you can make the best of it, you can leave a mark saying that I did something. That means a lot. I feel my 28 years on the Detroit Police Department, I accomplished something. I think I helped a few of my peers. And I feel proud to tell anyone that I served on the Detroit Police Department. And I rose up in rank, and that means a lot. You know, just being a police officer, your power was limited. But when I got to be sergeant, lieutenant, on up to the 3rd deputy chief, you can do a lot more. People respect you a lot more. I enjoyed my stay. I'm enjoying my retirement now. I've been retired now for 24 years from the police department, but I'm still active in the community. I act with the Lions. Also worked with Thomas Hearns, Emmanuel Stewart. I've had a good life and a good career.
Right. No regrets.
None whatsoever.
So you don't have to look over your shoulder every now and then. I mean, you can walk through your old neighborhoods and break bread with your community. With no regrets.
I have no regrets. I think I contributed something. Like when I was with PAL, I did a lot for these youngsters. And in order to do better, make the city better, you gotta let the kids. You gotta start with the kids. I feel good about my stay there because I think I helped a lot of kids.
Well, I truly thank you, Mr. Jocko, for your testament and life journey and your wisdom that you're passing on to the next generation, and hopefully it will get to the get through at least more than a handful, but get to those individuals that would value that, and understand what you're talking about, and take something from that if they don't take anything else. It's a lot that we can learn from the old. The seasoned, some people would say, but to take with them, if they just listen and, like you said, communicate. you know, and slow down. So I thank you, and thank you for letting me record your history, legacy, and your memoirs. God bless.
Thank you very much.